Welcome, Sagittarius, to my temple. This is the temple of tarot, astrology, and yoga. My name is Ava, and I'm welcoming you in for your August 2025 Astro Tarot forecast, which includes a yoga pose and a yoga mudra designed to express the energy of the reading. All right, well, I do have a little channel news. I don't know if you'll be watching this in August or in July, but on July the 7th, Uranus, an outer planet with a very long transit of 7 years, moved into Gemini. And I've created 12 videos, one for each star sign, to alert you to the possibilities contained in this very important transit. I have been diligently supplying the channel with more and more of my yoga sessions. My recent one, I asked if you liked the format where I include captions and a sound of the gong to alert you to body changes. I teach yin yoga, which is a yoga that moves with the music, not just keeping the music as a background. And so it's music inspired, and I would love it if you could participate with me. I teach out here on my lanai at my home at the very edge of the island of Hawaii. So join me if you can, and let me know how you like it and how you feel after you've completed them. So let's move on to your Astro Tarot forecast for August. As you know, I only follow the transits of two planets, Venus and Mars. It keeps everything very simple and current, as these two planets tend to stay for a short period within each sign, giving us the current events of the month. And this month, Venus is still in Cancer. She will transit to Leo on the 25th of August. So she is in Cancer, as she has been in July, giving you a sample, a dose of her particular energy. And this falls in your 8th house. Now, Venus is a planet representing love, harmony, good things, lovely things, beauty, art, compassion, love. And it's in your 8th house of sex, death, taxes, partnerships, inheritance, investments. All of those things could be blessed with her special medicine of harmony, love, and compassion. So if you have been experiencing this transit already, then you can feel in what area of the house's domain is being affected for you. for many, it means an increase in your investment in luxuries, whether you have the money or not. And some will experience a increased libido, hopefully expressed through love. Some will be gifted with an inheritance or positive returns from your investments, or just the experience of love through a partnership, through a business or a friendship partnership. These areas of your life have probably already been touched by the arrow of Cupid, who lives inside of Venus, is the extension of that feeling of being shot with an arrow of love. So I hope that that's the case, and that if it has been problematic, that you've been able to come to solutions to those problems via love, or via the understanding of the value of your partnership, the value of your sexual expression. All of that might be quite feasible. Now, on the 2nd of August, Mars moves into your 11th house. The 11th house. Mars is in Libra, pardon me. Mars is in Libra on the 2nd. I'm thinking about it, that's why I'm pausing. And Libra is the sign of justice, of equality, of fairness and order and beauty. And it is now in the house of friendship, groups, your goals, community, consciousness. It brings energy to social groups in ways that are seeking fairness within the group, seeking a group that thinks like you, and becoming a spokesperson for their ideals, for their goals and reason for being. So you could acquire a leadership position within a group with a mission that involves justice, perhaps, or bringing humanitarian aid in some way, a humanitarian cause. This will appeal to you, and you may act on it Mars. Maybe it's been in the back of your mind, and now this transit of Mars helps initiate you along this line of offering your services, offering your wisdom or your knowledge within a group. Also broadening your friendship network. There's a drive to achieve your personal ambitions through collective efforts. And you may, the only problem might be, I feel there may be some competition sometimes within the group. Mars being combative. So it might be perhaps a difference of opinion that could occur. And there's a need, Libra, for group cohesion, friendship, unity. And so you may be playing a role in which you bring that energy of harmony into your friendships, into your social groups, or maybe even extending your goals towards those things that are more idealistic and socially rewarding. So that might be the possibility for this unique combination. I think that the Mars transit through Libra will lighten the deep emotional effect of Venus in the 8th house. So you have that as a counterbalance, counterpoint to the very intense energy of Venus in the 8th. After all, it's sex and death. There's nothing more powerful than that. So, but being that it's Venus, it brings such lightness of being into the house that whatever challenges or problems may reside within that context, the 8th house context, you are able to intuitively and through Mars in Libra will help as well to find a just solution from the heart. All right, so let's move on to your tarot forecast for the month. All right, Sat, namaste. We're ready for your tarot forecast. This is a very simple 4-card spread. And it's relevant to you if your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign is Sagittarius. So you're going to have a very beautiful summer, full of meeting new friends and realigning your relationship with your partner so that it is as emotionally rewarding as it is perhaps financially rewarding. And there's time for intimacy and the deepening of relationships and friendships as well for you in the summer. So it promises to be very enlightening and warm emotionally. Maybe even a little too warm sometimes. But let me put in 2 reversals right now. And we'll then be able to shuffle just a little more These are very difficult to shuffle, but I use them so that you can see them. I hope you've been well, and that so far the summer's been very good to you. It's been very beautiful here on the Big Island. This is my first summer experience here, and it's cooler than everyone anticipated it would be this summer, which is beautiful because it remains Fahrenheit around 80 degrees, 81, 82, and there's always a constant breeze from the ocean here. So the air is pure and clean and not too humid. So that's the weather forecast for Hawaii. Let's begin your reading, Sag. So we take the cards and we make 3 piles. We take the top, put it onto the second and the third, and we're ready. This is a 4-card spread, and the first card will represent the focused energy, the meaning, the overall energetic theme of the month. Interesting. See, that's a 5. There we go. 5 of Swords is what that is. 5 of Swords. Well, what we have is a well-fought intellectual battle that you won, that you win. The card depicts the aftermath of that battle. You can see on the face of the gentleman who's closest to us that he feels very content with the results, whereas the 2 who obviously have lost the battle, you can see their swords laying on the ground. They are dejected and distraught at the results. So, what this means is that there will be a battle of wits, a battle of ideas, concepts, and you will be the victor in this battle. Mars in Libra. In the 11th, it might be with friends, within a group, within an organization. You will fight a battle of ideas. It's an intellectual combat. And Sag, you're good at that. Not only do you have the wit, meaning the intellectual gravity, but you also have the social skills to win the audience. Perhaps not this audience, your direct opponents. But so that Mars energy in the 11th might create some discord, a discord of ideas, which, as the sign Libra implies, there's always a seeking for fairness, a seeking for justice. And that might be what is going on you may win this battle, but you have to exhibit Librian diplomacy and not gloat and not like rub it in or provoke continued discord. So it's about winning gracefully, winning so that your opponent doesn't feel the sting of defeat. That's what the card means. So let's move on to your second position, which is the position of the challenge presented to you during the month of August. Continue, look at this. So we had the 5 of, the light is so bright. So we had the 5 of Swords, remember? All right, so now we have another 5. The 5 of Wands. See them? Again, here we're shown a group and we're given symbols. First of all, they are holding up their wands as if in combat with one another. Each of these individuals has a different color of clothing on, meaning that they have differences in not just, in the case of the 5 of Swords, differences of ideas, but here they may be creatively in conflict, or their wants and needs may be in conflict, or their general worldviews may be in conflict. But this combat that you see them all engaged in, they never really, those wands don't actually cause damage. They're threatening. They threaten more than they hit. So it's still within the realm of civility. And your challenge is to bring everybody together onto the same page, or to exit the conflict, knowing that there's no resolution here, not a fair one. So the attempt should be at fair resolution of conflict of interests. In both these cards, we have the same story. Interestingly, they're both 5s. So this is a month of resolving of conflict, expressing yourself from a very weighed and measured point of view. Libra is represented by the scales of justice, where you have a fair assessment of the pros and cons of any issue. And so that might be the role that you play, maybe even the leadership role that was predicted by the position of Mars in the 11th. All right, so let's see what the unexpected might be. More fire. And you're a fire sign. Remember, this is a fire, nothing you can't handle. You're in your element. Here too, you have the winds of change behind your back. So, fueling your energy as a fire sign. And here we have more fire. In the position of the unexpected, we have the 8 of Wands. These are wands that resemble bolts of lightning, moving freely through the air, unobstructed by any obstacles. And so it's about taking flight, moving, initiating, accelerating the pace of events. And so you may feel that maybe during the middle of the month, quickening. And you may take a vacation, fly somewhere, with Mars in the 11th, maybe with friends, or Venus in the 8th, with your significant other, your partner, your lover, taking a spontaneous trip, or just moving very rapidly towards a set goal, targeting it and moving directly to it. So things come together rather rapidly as we approach the second half of the month. And remember, we've got Venus moving into Leo by the end of the month as well, so sort of kickstarting a new phase at the end of the month. Let's move on. Let's move on to the final card. The final card is the card representing the outcome, the result, the conclusion. Oh. Woo! And you deserve this. So at the end of the month, look at this. The star. Well, you might become, in fact, the star, the hero, the light of the group, the organization, the fellowship, your network of friends, your network of influence becomes enlightened by you. You know, the stars are, I always love this star card because I love stars. Why? Because they're beautiful. And they represent the lights of guidance that was given to us by God. They're angelic. They've been assigned to lead us out of the darkness, out of our state of wandering, lost on the earth. They have been given to us so that we know where we are on the earth and when to plant and when to harvest. They're a beautiful cyclical clock given to us by God. So you may be the one playing this role. Pardon me. The role of the guide, the seer, the bringer of the light, the bringer of enlightenment, wisdom, knowledge, your knowledge, what you know. Every one of us is a valued angel of God with their own particular gift that is your talent, your skills, your personality. You're gifted these things, and now you can develop them and create justice and win with noble ideas, noble causes. Play the role of leader and bring in the light of reason and the light of love. That will be your role. And I think that's a beautiful thing. So thank you very much for coming to your reading, for liking, sharing, and subscribing. I say that because everyone says it. But in my case, I really need it because I had been through a life crisis where I lost my home and everything and had to move back to Hawaii. And I live on a off-grid sort of farm-like property. And I literally have to fend for myself out here. So I appreciate whatever help you can offer in the way of financial support or in the way of emotional support by becoming a friend of the channel, a friend. I'm here to help you through my yoga, help you physically to become healthy and well, but also to help you if you have any personal problems through my readings, and I provide you links below to them. What is so fabulous about being able to live out here in this silence and the beauty of nature is that I can also be reached through the internet. And then I can provide my wisdom and my insight to help you with whatever issue you have. I think it's a marvelous thing to be able to live like this, where my life of reading for 45 years and teaching yoga since I was 20, I'm 73 years old, that I can now share with you almost directly through the internet. It's just beautiful. And I love it. And I would love to hear back from you. And I love that you can support the channel in whatever way you can. Thank you. And namaste. Wait for your yoga pose and yoga mudra of the month. Namaste. So welcome everyone to your yoga pose of the month. And considering that we had two fives, the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands, indicates to me that you will need to prepare for some verbal or intellectual conflict. And your body also in synchronicity with that energy has to prepare for this conflict. The resolution of this conflict peacefully and with justice. So I'm going to show you the warrior pose so that you can be a warrior for peace, harmony, agreement, and love. So let's begin. We stand up nice and straight, and we separate our feet, and we plant the feet firmly into the floor, the entire rim of the feet are pressing down equally onto the floor. Then I want you to feel the energy of the earth moving up through you, starting at the soles of your feet. Let it travel up as if it's fluidly moving up into you. Feel it moving into your legs. Tighten the kneecaps, lift them up just slightly. Let that energy whirl, swirl up through your spine and let it exit out from the crown of the head, feeling a sort of upward pull through your body. We roll the shoulders up, we roll them back, and we pull them down, pulling them down equally away from the ears. I want you to turn one foot out. We'll start with the right. Turn it out at a 90-degree angle with the heel dissecting the arch of the other foot. Please do that. Then we test the flexibility of the knee and we move into it and we bring it back, flexing and straightening the knee, preparing it, feeling your balance, looking down to make sure that you have your alignment. I want you now to start to walk the back foot further away as you test the flexibility of that knee. Walk the foot back, looking down. Then stop, bend the knee, and align it directly over the ankle. Face the shoulders and the chest forward. Flatten both feet, and then walk the back foot further away, inch by inch. We then open up the chest, we plant the feet down firmly, we inhale, we lift the arms up to shoulder level, turning the palms forward and the thumbs to us. We stretch out, and we wait, and we breathe through the nose, feeling our strength. Turn the palms down, pull through the arms, bring the thumbs in, turn your head to the right, looking and gazing over the hands. We come down, inch that back foot further away, make sure that you have your alignment. We hold and we breathe. Breathe slow and deep. Feel your balance. Feel your strength. Bring your arms down gently. Straighten the knee. Turn the right foot forward. Then heel in, toes in. Heels in, toes in. Heels in, toes in. Bring the feet underneath you. Bring your hands to your waist. Bring the chest out, lifting it up away from the hips, and then gently rock from one side of the hip to the other, bending the knees just slightly. This way, we release the stress and tension in the hips, in the lower back, and throughout the knees. We move gently, swaying the hips from one side to the other. Bend the knees and sway, almost as if the hips were a pendulum. We sway. We release. We catch our breath. We let the tension go. A gentle movement, side to side. Feel your hips. Then roll your shoulders up, straighten the knees, hang your arms down. Look down and walk your feet out again. We keep the feet parallel to each other and we walk them out. Plant the feet down firmly. Feel your balance. Allow the energy to travel from the soles of your feet up through the body, circulating up through the spine and out through the crown of your head. Roll your shoulders up. We then turn the left foot out at a 90-degree angle. You can either walk the foot forward, inching it forward, and or walk the foot behind you a little to the back. Face the foot and test that knee out, keeping your balance. Just like that. Feel it and move the knee, flexing and straightening it. And you can walk the foot a little further forward if possible. Then you plant the feet down firmly. You turn the chest and the shoulders forward. You bend the knee and place it right over the ankle, and you lift the arms up, turning the palms forward and the thumbs to you. You sit down and you pull out through the fingertips. You sink. Feet flat. Turn the palms down. Face to the left and sit down, pulling out through the arms, the shoulders, and the tips of your finger. Bring the thumbs in. We hold and breathe. Slow and deep. Slow and deep. Feel your strength. Feel as if you could conquer the world. Feel it through your whole body. Lower your arms gently. Straighten the knee. Turn the foot forward. Face forward. Bring the heels in, toes in, and inch the feet back underneath your hips. Place the hands on your hips, and again gently sway the hips from one side to the other and move your knees. And then we can just roll the hips a few times to release some of the lower back and hip tension. Roll it both ways. And practice that now, please. Hold it for as long as you can. I held it for approximately 30 seconds, which is what you do at a beginning level. Hold it longer if you can as you progress through the month. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for all your messages, and I will see you next month. Now wait for your yoga mudra of the month. Namaste. So welcome, Sag, to your mudra of the month. In the previous pose, the warrior pose, I wanted you to gain inner strength, fortitude, and endurance, and the ability to move into conflict with confidence. That's what the pose will do for you. Now, the mudra that I want you to practice brings you inner peace, inner sense of silence and stillness. So let me show it to you. You take your hands and you wrap them, fold them into each other like this. And you take the index fingers and you point them up, pressing them together. Bring the elbows out, press into the hands, close your eyes. Imagine that you are seated in a beautiful oasis in the middle of the desert. And all around you are the plants, the water, the beauty of nature. Feel a sense of peace and tranquility as you contemplate the beauty of nature in your oasis. Hold and breathe. Finding joy and peace within. We take a deep breath, we unlock the hands, place them in prayer, and we bow, and we say namaste. Use that to bring deep inner peace after conflict. Thank you for joining me. All my love. See you next month.